So welcome so much for being here, you guys. I'm super excited. My name is Eric Johnson. I'm the creator of Teamzy. I'm going to take you through a few things tonight. I'm going to take you through a training on the relationship marketing lead generation system, which is what Teamzy is built upon. So you understand the philosophy behind the software. Then I'm going to take you into the app. I'll show you how to set it up properly. It'll just take a couple of minutes. It's really easy to do. Then I'm going to show you guys how to do a power hour, like your best workflow. You're going to be amazed at how much you can do. Actually, it's going to be a lot less than an hour. And then I'll show you how to follow up like a pro in Teamzy, not only how to use Teamzy to do it, but I'm also going to teach you guys how to follow up so that you do it right and don't feel like a nag. Sound good? Okay, so I'm going to do it as fast as I can. I am going to fire hose you guys with lots of stuff. I guarantee that I'll probably go off on a couple of what I like to call passion tangents. I can't help myself sometimes. So I may go off on something, but hopefully that will be useful too. Get your notepads out. I'm going to give you some stuff you're going to want to write down. Then we'll do an open Q&A. Those of you guys who can stay up that late on the East Coast, sorry, you're probably not like me. 9:30, 10, I'm asleep. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. You guys are muted. If for some reason you feel like, oh my gosh, the spirit is moving me, I must speak, just unmute yourself. That's fine. But if you can wait till the end, we'll do a Q&A. Sound good? All right. Oh, I can feel that energize kicking in. All right, so I'm going to jump over to my presentation now. So here we go. You guys should be seeing my slides right now. The first slide is purple. You guys see that? Okay, great. How to leverage relationship marketing to become a power hour boss. You guys may have seen this hashtag. We created this hashtag. It's kind of our motto. Hashtag power hour boss. This is what I want for all of you guys to feel, okay? Let me tell you a little bit about my backstory. So my background is in coaching and training. Ironically, before I was a Beachbody coach, my corporate career has been teaching people how to build their business, coaching people on how to create a predictable stream of leads in their business. And specifically, I worked mostly in the real estate industry, training real estate brokers and owners of companies. And I found Beachbody, like a lot of you, I just found myself really unhealthy. And so I had an opportunity to get healthy using the Beachbody products. I was hooked. I was excited and ended up becoming a coach. And I had a full-time career, lots of kids going on, a dog, busy, just like you guys. I had about an hour a day to be a coach, and I didn't really have a lot of time to get myself organized. So I went looking for the tools that Beachbody coaches use to build their business, and didn't really find anything that was designed to help us build our business. There were a few things out there. Most coaches were using notebooks, notepads, tracking sheets. Some coaches were using as many as 8 or 9 different apps to track their business. And frankly, I felt really overwhelmed. Anybody ever feel that way when trying to figure out how to track your business, how to plan, how to forecast, how to do what you're doing? So I had worked with people on their business, exactly this kind of thing. That's why I called some friends of mine and said, we need the Beachbody coaches. There's a lot of us and we need this. There's a great opportunity. Let's build it for them. So that's how Teamzy was born. So I'll explain that more as we go. But you guys just want you to know, I want you to understand, every principle I'm about to teach you is not new, right? This stuff is age old. And some of the techniques I'm going to teach you tonight are proven, things that we've done thousands of times with business professionals. They are things that absolutely work. You're going to love it as we go. Okay. Oh, I'm going to take a breath. Okay. So what is relationship marketing? Relationship marketing. Relationship marketing is a lead generation system. A lead generation system. That's a system that initiates consumer interest or inquiry into the products or services of a business. All right, why am I telling you this right now? Because I want you guys to know before we even start, some of you think you're coming to see a great tracking app. Teamzy is not a tracking app. It's a lead generation system. Okay? So it's designed not just to track, but to help you initiate interest, to initiate inquiry into your business. Does that make sense? And I want you guys to get a mindset shift right at the beginning of our call that your business is not marketing home fitness programs or amazing nutritional supplements. You are in the lead generation business, okay? You are in the lead generation business. What does that mean? It means that at the end of the day, if your goal and your passion is to help people, you cannot do that until you've generated leads. You don't have people to help. Does that make sense? So our primary business is lead generation. Okay. So the cool thing about this is relationship marketing is a system that we follow. It's a system. And I always tell people, you know, my first real job was working at Burger King when I was 14. Anyone ever worked in fast food? Ironic, right? Beachbody coaches working in a fast food restaurant. I actually really liked that job because they had such a system. They had a university that you went to in the back room, the VHS recorder, right? It was called Burger King University. And they taught you what to do. They had footprints painted on the floor for me so I couldn't mess up. I had to stand right there. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't mess up. That's why every time you went to a Burger King, you got the same burger, right? No matter who was making it. Relationship marketing, what I'm going to teach you guys is a system like that. That when you apply yourself to it, you're going to get predictable results. Okay, so here's a few things about it. One, the system allows us to serve and bring value first. We serve and bring value first. And I'll give you some examples of that as we go tonight. And when we invest systematically in relationships, people are more likely to want to do business with us and to recommend our business to others. Okay, so we're going to talk about investing systematically into relationships. And we're able to create predictable and reliable results for our business. When you guys get into Teamzy, I'll show you in a minute as we set it up, it asks you how much you want to earn, and then it tells you what to do specifically to do it because we can predict your results, okay? And then we always know what to do next because it's a system. We always know what to do next. There's no getting overwhelmed. It's just, what do I do next? Okay, great, let me do that. All right. I can already feel the passion tangents coming on. So here's your principle. Next, first important principle. Developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. Developing and deepening relationships is your paramount duty as a business owner. So what business are you guys in? Lead generation business. Why? Why the heck do we generate leads? So that we can develop and deepen relationships. Okay, look, if that's all you get tonight, you guys are going to be successful. I need to generate leads so that I can have relationships and make them better. That's how you're going to build your business. Not only are you going to build a successful business that way, it's going to feel awesome. You're never going to feel icky, ever. Okay, so here's what we do. We turn our relationships into advocates. We turn our relationships into advocates. We do it by investing time and providing outstanding service. An advocate, you guys, an advocate is somebody that is out there talking about you, talking about your business, and actively bringing people to your business. Every single one of you is an advocate for a half a dozen businesses right now. You can't help yourself. You're so excited about what those companies are doing for you that you advocate for them. That is what we are going to do. We're going to teach you how to become the trusted advisor for your sphere and the sphere you're building. You are the person that they're going to come to when they want questions on wealth creation, on health, on fitness, on nutrition. Cool, right? Okay. So here's an important principle. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. Relationship marketing depends on trust. Relationship marketing depends on trust. Some of you guys are going, isn't this a software demo? We're getting there. Trust me. We're getting there. This is important stuff. It depends on trust. Guys, trust is the best part of everything, though, because it makes it so much fun. If somebody trusts you, even just a tiny bit, you don't have to convince them. You don't have to sell them. You get right to helping them. How many of you guys have worked with someone that's like, I trust you. Just tell me what to do. I will do it. Isn't that awesome? And then their lives start to change right before your eyes. It's so cool. Okay. Also, that icky salesperson feeling, it's gone when there's trust. You never feel that way. You never feel that way. How many of you don't like to feel like an icky salesperson? Exactly. No. You wouldn't be talking to me if that was the case. You'd be talking to someone else. Okay. Here's the best part. You get to go for yes. You get to go for yes. Have you guys done the go for no exercise? Anybody on your teams? You guys done that? You know what I'm talking about? The whole concept where it's like, you know, you take a list, you keep a list of everyone who says no because it's kind of like a badge of honor. You're getting closer to a yes. And I will tell you guys this. I'm not going to put it down because I know a lot of coaches have been very successful doing that. Here's what I will tell you about myself. No way. Not for me. I don't want to get rejected. I don't even like getting rejected once, much less 100 times in a week. Are you kidding me? I remember the first time when I was on a coach, a call, like a synergy call with Diamond coaches, and they were like, let's do the go for no. I was like, wait, what are we doing? Here's the thing, guys. When you work on developing trust, you don't get no's. You don't get no's. When people trust you, they don't give you a no. They might not be ready right now, but you get to go for yes. And I'm going to show you guys a little bit of that as we go. So how do you actually build trust? I'm going to give you a few steps. And I don't have a lot of time to get deep into it tonight, but I'm going to give you guys the basics that are going to really help you get going with this. There are 4 essential ingredients to building trust. 4 essential ingredients to building trust. The first one is, I'll go through them real fast, and then I'll go through each one. First one is chemistry. Chemistry. The second is character. Character. Then competence is the third one. Competence. And the fourth is consistency. Chemistry, character, competence, consistency. Okay. Chemistry. Chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. That's the easiest definition I can give you, right? What is it about you they can relate to? This part, I believe, probably is the easiest one for you guys. Especially since you guys are on social media and you're attracting people to you with common interests already, right? You're already bringing people to you through attraction marketing to you. But here's the thing I will tell you guys. Even somebody you find despicable, there may be a few of those right now, it's election year in your life, you do have common ground with that person. And the way you find common ground is you ask a question and shut your mouth. And you do that repeatedly. Just like I tell my kids, God gave you 1 mouth and 2 ears, right? Just listen, ask questions, find your common ground. But you do have chemistry with everyone. The second is character. Character. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. Notice, guys, character is not something you have. Character is something you do. Okay, character is not something you have, it's something you do. Guys, this is so important. How many of you, like me, get all twisted up and feel like your integrity's been questioned? Right? How dare you question my integrity? Here's the thing. You need to understand. Nobody knows your character. They only know what you're demonstrating. Are you consistently demonstrating your care to people? That's how they'll know your character. Right? If people think you're just trying to, have you ever had somebody think you're just trying to sell them Shakeology? Well, then the answer is you have not demonstrated your care to them yet. Make sense? Okay, next one here is competence. Competence. Competence when you demonstrate that you're good at what you do. You're good at what you do. You're a business person, okay? This is important because I need to know that I can trust you. If I want to get healthy and fit, I need to know that I can trust you. Help me with that. Are you competent to do that? Do you know what you're talking about? Are you competent to mentor me in this business if I want to join your team? Now, the thing about competence, again, notice, guys, it's not something you have. It's something you do. It's something you demonstrate. And if you're a newer coach, the amazing thing about this community is that you've got a team of people whose competence you can borrow and rely on as you get started. But as you're talking to people, you need to be demonstrating character and competence constantly. Character and competence. I care about you. Here's how I'm showing you. I'm giving you value, right? I know what I'm talking about. Here is some of my expertise I'm sharing with you. That makes sense? By the way, I could do a whole training just on this, but the perfect mix is three characters to 1 competence. 3 times as much character as competence. Does that make sense? Okay. So before I move on to consistency, which is my favorite topic, and I guarantee there will be a couple of passion tangents there, let me just give you this little nugget. People only care about 3 things. Can I trust you? Do you care about me? Are you good at what you do? Can I trust you? Do you care about me? Are you good at what you do? Guys, make sure you wrote that down. And here's the thing. How many of you are coming up against objections from people? And an objection could be anything. It could be a major objection or a minor objection, right? It could be, gosh, that seems expensive to me. Or it could be, my doctor says I can't have vitamin E, or something like that. But here's the thing I will tell you. Objections stem from these 3 questions. If somebody is raising an objection, now, does that mean you shouldn't be knowledgeable, be able to overcome those objections? objections? No, but you need to know that really the root of it is this. These questions in that person's heart are not answered for them yet. Does that make sense? I know I'm getting kind of deep and abstract on you guys, but you need to know that. It's not that they're questioning Shakeology. It's just that they don't really know yet. Can I trust you? Do you really care about me? Do you really know what you're talking about? Are you really good at what you do? I'm not sure yet. Okay, sorry. That was a little aside. I just want you to have that. You can just simmer with that one for a second. Let's go to the next slide and talk about consistency. So the fourth way to build trust, the fourth ingredient is consistency. Consistency. Okay. Now, guys, this is so important. I love this principle. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. Has anyone ever read this book? I don't even know if you guys can see that. Let me see. I think I have it on in my presentation. Yeah, this one. Influence, Psychology of Persuasion. Anyone ever read it? I highly recommend that one. Get it down on your list. It talks about the 6 laws of social persuasion. Now, one of the most, in fact, Bob Cialdini, the author of this book, argues that the desire to be consistent is probably the most influential motivating factor for people. The desire to be consistent. How cool is that? Did you guys know you were going to come on the call and learn the most influential motivating factor for people? As coaches, that's a good thing to know, right? It's the desire to be consistent. Okay, so just a quick aside on this. As coaches, we need to know that people will fail or succeed in your challenge groups based on their desire to be consistent. Think about it. The people who failed, you guys have had people that failed, right? They joined the group and they quit and they didn't get any results. Their desire to be consistent was too strong. They wanted to be consistent with their friends and family who have unhealthy lifestyles. Oh, girl, you worked out 3 days in a row. You deserve this deep dish pizza. Come on. Right? Their desire to be consistent with their old habits was too strong. They couldn't do it. They failed. Now, the people who succeeded, guess what? They were able to connect to the community you built in the group. People who want to be healthy. They were able to connect with the new habits laid forth by the program you put them in, the new nutritional habits, and they succeeded. It's the same reason. We just have to understand this power of the desire to be consistent. Now, that was a little aside for you guys. Let's talk about you, because if you guys, as coaches, I'm sure you guys hear people tell you all the time how inspiring you are. Do you guys get that a lot? Like, you're so inspiring. Your posts. And one of the things I will show you as you start using Teamzy and reaching out to people, when you talk to people for the first time, they're going to tell you how much they love your posts, which is going to blow your mind, because you're like, oh, do I even want to message this person? They're going to be like, your posts are amazing. You're so inspiring. Why do you think it is that people are inspired by you? Do you think, here's the thing. First of all, everybody is pretty much negative all the time on social media, especially these days. And then comes you, the coach, working hard, doing cool stuff, putting up motivation, inspiration, right? But here's the thing that's inspiring. It's not because you guys all look like Autumn Calabrese, that you may. I certainly don't. It's because they see you being consistent, doing something they see as hard. And guess what? They respect that and they want it for themselves. They're drawn to it. That's why you attract people. This is why Carl's always saying, product of the product, you gotta be a product of the product, gotta be a product of the product. He knows that if you do that, you will draw people in droves to his company, right? And then we have a chance to help them. This is such an important concept for you guys to get. Make sure you put that book on your list. If you don't like to read, he's got like a TED Talk. You can get the digest version. All right. So let me ask you guys, are you consistent? This is your checkup from the neck up. Are you consistent? Are you a part of the product? Right? Are you doing your workout, drinking your shake? Are you committed to healthy living? Are you doing your personal development? That's the one that seems to get left off the most. Are you doing that? Here's the thing I will tell you. When you guys look, all those coaches you look up to that are very successful, they are doing their personal development. That's one thing they are definitely doing. That seems to be the separating factor. Just a little side note. Your state, being broke is a state of account. Being poor is a state of mind. You guys heard that before? Borrowed that from Zig Ziglar. He's like my idol. You got to change your mind if you want to change your accounts. Make sense? Do your personal development. Are you struggling but moving forward? Not perfect, but determined. This is what, this is kind of the picture of a coach. And I'm guessing, especially those of you guys who are, it's like 10 o'clock at night almost on the East Coast and you're sitting up watching me talk about this, you're probably pretty consistent on this stuff. You guys are the exception to the rules. But here's the real question I have for you guys. Are you as consistent in your relationships? Are you as consistent in your relationships? I know you don't forget to post on Facebook or Instagram, but are you as consistent in your relationships, right? Are you as consistent as staying in touch with people as you are with doing all those things? Drinking your Shakeology, doing your workout, posting on social. This is your real checkup from the neck up. The principle here is people won't believe you until they see you. They see you on social media, it looks amazing. Hashtag mom boss, look at me, I'm at the beach. This is my office, right? How awesome is this? I'm laying in bed having a business meeting. My job rocks, right? We create the lifestyle. But if you haven't talked to this person since high school, why are they going to believe you mean them? Like they're the person you're reaching out to. They're going to believe you when they see you. They're going to believe you when they see that your commitment to your relationships matches your public persona. Does that make sense? Okay. Because relationship building is a contact sport. That means you need to be in contact with people. If you want to build relationships, you actually have to be in contact with people, okay? But I know that you have like this much time. And this was the biggest struggle I had as a new coach when I had less than an hour a day for my business. I knew that I needed to be contacting people. I knew that I needed to be connecting with people constantly. I just didn't know where to start, and I didn't feel like I had enough time. Anybody like that? All right. So before I get into Teamzy, but I want you guys to get this principle. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. You can stay in touch with people on social, you can meet people, but if you really want to deepen a relationship, you need to be investing time and connecting with them. I'm just going to give you a quick example, okay, and then we'll jump into the app. How many of you guys have ever received a card from somebody, and in that card was a really thoughtfully written, handwritten sentiment? Anyone ever get something like that? How many of you still own that card? Okay, how many of you guys have like a box of those cards somewhere? A whole ton of them, right? Why? You kept them. Now, at the same time, we get postcards from the dentist, you know, that say you got a cleaning coming up and a happy birthday. Did you guys save those? Right? Or from the real estate agent in the neighborhood who sends you the postcard every month. Did you save those? No, we didn't. We don't save those because, guys, why is the card that somebody wrote to you so meaningful? Because when they wrote you that card, they invested their most precious resource, their time. They gave you undivided attention. While they were writing that note, they weren't on Facebook. They weren't multitasking. That was just for you. And when you read that message, it was so meaningful because they gave you that time. In fact, you saved the card because it was so meaningful that they gave you that time that you wanted to remember it. And if you guys pull that card out tonight, I don't care if you've had it 15 years, that relationship will deepen even more when you read it the second or third time. That is how powerful investing a little bit of time is in people. You just have to understand that principle. Now, I'm not saying you got to write handwritten cards all the time. However, I do think writing handwritten cards needs to be part of your plan. Okay? Tonight I'm going to show you how even just sending somebody a message on Facebook or by text can make their day. Okay, so here's what you need. You need a system. You need to be able to stay in contact with all your relationships. What do you mean by all my relationships, Eric? I mean everybody you've ever known, everybody that you're meeting, and everybody you're going to meet. That's a lot, right? But you can do it. I'll show you how. But you need to know when to contact them. You need to know when, what to say when you do it, and make sure that nobody ever falls through the cracks. So you're not going through Facebook messages trying to remember who you messaged, right? And try to follow up the best you can, but you can't remember. And then you find somebody 6 months later and they were like, I think I'm ready. And you never messaged them back. Anyone? I'm guilty of that one, so I feel that one acutely. Okay. All right. Let me get out of here. Let's jump right into Teamzy. Okay. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take you in real quick. Now, first of all, every single one of you that is not using Teamzy already, you should go to teamzy.com, do it right now, and sign up for a free trial. You can get a free trial for 30 days. No credit card, nothing like that, just an email address. Like, just go get it. Get your free trial going. Now, the other thing that I recommend for you is if you're doing a free trial, or if you're not going to get on a free trial, every one of you should get a success partner for 30 days if you don't have one. Okay? Do it for 30. You got it. Here's why for 30 days, because you got to try a success partner out. You don't want to commit to them until you've done it for 30 days, because you might not jive. But for 30 days, you guys do this together, and every single day message each other the screenshot of your completed dashboard. There's my challenge to you. If you do that, your month will be ridiculous. Okay, now I'm going to show you how you can complete your dashboard in like 15, 20 minutes. I'll show you that right now. So when you come into your free trial the first time, you'll be in a setup wizard, which just makes it super easy to set up. Okay, and this is what it looks like. In the setup wizard, you're going to do a couple of things. You're going to set your income goal, you're going to create a why, powerful why, and you're going to get your contacts imported. Okay, and there's little videos to help you along the way. We'll skip those. Okay, first thing we're going to do is set an income goal. Just put a number in here. What's the number? What's the income level you would like to be at 12 months from now? I highly recommend that you put at least $100,000 in here. How many of you that feels like a stretch? Good, stretch. You got to stretch. I'll show you how this is going to make you so organized you can achieve something like that. Okay, I put 150. Let's go to the next page. So now what Teamzy's done is they've taken the numbers and they took the $150,000 income level, and they've figured out that in order for me to achieve that, I need to connect with, here's the number, 4,348 people over the next 12 months. Right? Okay, great. Does that sound reasonable? Here's the thing. If you need to eat an elephant, here's an important principle for you guys. We're not actually going to eat elephants, okay? Animal lovers. We love animals too. But if you had to eat an elephant, you do it one bite at a time. Right? Yes, I see some of you know this one. I can read your lips. It's great. Okay, good. So I know some people are doing their personal development. Good for you. One bite at a time. The next page is the breakdown. It breaks it down. First, it takes it into the three groups I'll be talking to: prospects, customers, and coaches. Right? Coaches, that's pretty self-explanatory. That's my team. Customers, that should be two. Those are my customers. Okay? Those are also my leads from Beachbody. And then prospects, guess who prospects are? Everybody else. If they're not on your team and they're not your customer, they're your prospect, okay? And they're not somebody else's customer or coach. Okay, so then it's gonna break that down yearly, monthly, weekly, daily. So this is my one bite of an elephant. This is today's goal. I'm gonna reach out to 9 prospects, 6 customers, 4 coaches on my team. I'm gonna try to invite 3 of them, and I'm going to try to add 3 people to my list today. Okay, that's my daily kind of bite. Call it your minimum business standard. Now, here's the thing I want you guys, here's the concept of this, guys. If you can keep your focus small, you can grow your business big. Okay, guys, keep your focus small, you grow your business big. The concept here is win today. Win today. Why do you think it is that 21-Day Fix isn't, you just once a week, guys, you just do 7 30-minute workouts? Right? Because that would be super overwhelming. 30 minutes a day sounds totally good. Same thing with this. Hashtag Power Hour Boss. Come on, guys. It's going to be awesome. All right, so here's the thing I want you to know. You can overwrite these and change them if you want. If you're a brand new coach and you have nobody on your team, you can make that a 0. Okay? Or you can make it a 1 or whatever. You can also, same thing with customers if you're newer, but then make this number bigger so that you're doing more prospecting. Okay? So whatever you decide on this page, it's going to configure your dashboard. That's how your power hour is going to be set up. Okay? All right, so I'm going to continue, go to the next page.
Can I ask a question about that?
Yeah.
So it's prospects, customers, coaches that are already assigned to you, but no potential coaches. That's customers?
Prospects.
Okay.
Your prospects are your potential coaches and customers.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, can you go back one more screen? Sorry.
Sure.
So prospects, current customers, current coaches is what
Correct.
it is, not potential and potential. Okay. I was thinking it was potential, but I got it now. Thanks.
No worries. So your prospects are both, right? Because you don't know. They could become a customer. They could become a coach. They could become a customer, then a coach. They could become both at the same time.
Got it. That makes much more sense to me now. Awesome. Yes. I was like, I don't get it.
No problem. I'm glad you asked. Okay. All right. So the next page here is finding your why. Now this part here, I'm not going to, well, I probably will go off because I'm really passionate about this. But here's the thing. This is so important. Did you guys know that it's almost 50% the turnover of Beachbody coaches? Did you guys know that? So what that means is that every single year, like, you know, New Year's Day, woo, Happy New Year. 50% of the coaches who were coaches last year aren't in the business anymore. Now, rather than be depressed by that, here's why. I'm going to explain why. This might be controversial for a couple of you guys, but it's true. I'm going to truth tell with you guys right now. Everybody's a quitter. Every single human being is a quitter. The only reason why some people manage to not quit sometimes is because they had a strong enough why to help them persist through the inevitable quitting points. Quitting points is just a term we use that means the times when things get hard and you want to quit. Those are guaranteed, by the way. You're guaranteed to have hard times that make you want to quit. The only reason why some people persist through those and become successful is because they had a big enough why. That's the reason why we built this into the setup of Teamzy. It has nothing to do with the software. You don't need to know why you're a coach to do this software, but you need to know why you're a coach if you want to be successful. So here's the thing I want to ask you guys. Why are you a coach? Have you thought about it? This is so important because you need to get deep in this question if you really want to be successful. Once you have that strong why, you are unstoppable. You are unstoppable. How many of you guys want to be unstoppable? It's so huge. Okay, so here's the thing. There's been some amazing trainings on this. One of the best ones in our network. I mean, there's lots of trainings. Darren Hardy has a chapter on it in his book. Did you guys ever read Compound Effect? Anyone? All right, definitely read that again. Vito Lafata, who's an awesome coach here in California, did a training on finding your why. I think it was November 2014. Look for it in the archives. Amazing training. But here's the thing. We built the exercise right into the software. I know I stopped my share because I just had a passion tangent there. I want you guys to win. I want you all to be successful. This is like a journaling exercise for you. It's just for you, okay? But we're going to take you through the process of thinking about this. Why did you become a coach? Just whatever comes to mind. Why did you become a coach? Okay? And each question just helps you think a little deeper. Well, what did you hope to accomplish by doing that? Okay? Answer that. Why is that important to you? Okay? You know, what would achieving this mean for you and your family? Okay, why is that meaningful? How does that make you feel? And as you get deeper, then you finally get to the last one and you write your why statement, like, why am I a coach? Does that make sense? Now, I'll just take you guys really quickly through my own journey. I became a coach because I did P90X finally. I had it for 5 years before I really did it. I did P90X. I lost 60 pounds. And everybody went, wow, you look great. What are you doing? I did P90X. All day long. Seriously, every single day I was sending people to the website. My wife was like, you should be a coach just so you could at least just sign them up. So I go, okay. So I became a coach because I felt like I was wasting money by sending them to the site. That's why I became a coach. Real deep, right? And so my sponsor, who was a friend of mine for a lot of years, he was actually one of my clients. He was a real estate person that I worked with. He said, what do you hope to accomplish? I said, can I make $500 a month extra? He goes, yeah. Easy. I go, great. He goes, well, why is that important to you? Well, because then I could save money. I hadn't saved money in years because of the recession and everything, right? I hadn't saved any money. We'd just been kind of holding serve for 5 years. Well, why would you want to save $500 a month? What are you going to do with the money? I thought, well, we'll buy a new house. Okay, so guys, I'm just sharing this with you because you're going to go through something similar. But I realized that, you know, as I got to the next question, why would buying a new house be meaningful? It wasn't that I even cared about a new house. What I realized was my family meant so much more to me, and I wasn't present with them. The house was an outward symbol of the home that I wanted. Does that make sense? And as I really started drilling into it, I came up with my why, which was to create a life where I never have to worry about money again. or being laid off or losing my job, right? Where I get to enjoy quality time with my family and be present for my kids every single day. Oh my gosh, that's my life now. It's so awesome, right? I get to be healthy and full of energy. That became my why. So here's the thing. Whatever you write in this box will be on your dashboard. Every day when you do your power hour, you read it. You get your head in the game. Because you're not going to feel like doing this every day. You need to remember why. How many of you guys are parents? Right? I mean, your kids are going to be, you'll do anything for your kids. Right? You'll even do things you don't want to do for your kids. So make sure that they're part of your why too. It will drive you. Hey, just a little side note in the coaching game. How many of you guys as parents sometimes employ guilt as part of your motivator? Anyone? Okay. So here's the thing that we used to do. Okay, so when I was coaching people and like people that are really hard on themselves, we used to say, well, take a picture of your kid, put it there and talk to your child that way. That stops the negative self-talk really fast because you'd never say those things to your child. Why would you say them to yourself? You need to believe in yourself the same way you believe in your kids. And you need to let them drive you in this business. You guys, look at the most successful coaches. They are not any more exceptional than you. You've got everything in you to do this. So decide right now that you're not going to quit. Figure out why you're in the game. Keep your head in the game and get focused, okay? That was definitely a passion tangent. Okay, let's get back in here. Where the heck did Teamzy go? I lost it. There it is. Okay, next page. So you got your why. Now we're going to get your contacts in. This part's really easy, guys. You're going to go to the Coach Online office. These are videos to show you how to do it. You go to the Coach Online office. You get your coaches list, right? Those of you guys who have big teams, you might want to just do personally sponsored or maybe 2 levels, right? Get them, import them. They're going to go right into the coaches field and Teamzy it knows it's smart. Then you're going to get your customer list from the online office. You're going to import those, okay? Then you'll go over to Facebook. You get your entire friends list from Facebook. There's instructions on how to do it. It's really easy. You import them all in. Everything's going to be organized in one place. You're not going to be scrolling through Facebook Messenger trying to figure out who to talk to. Also, if you have contacts somewhere else, you're using another CRM, you've got people in your phone, your Gmail, whatever, you can get those into a CSV file and import those in really easy. The cool thing is that Teamzy's not going to create duplicates. So you can have somebody on all 3 lists and it won't duplicate them unless their name is spelled totally different or they have a different email address. So you may have a couple dupes that you just delete out as you go. Okay, once you get everybody in there, guys, there's going to be one last step. And that is to rank your people. Okay, so the wizard will take you there automatically, but since I didn't actually import somebody, I got to take you there. I'm going to the team page. See this little left navigation? Team is where your whole list lives. This is your whole list. All right, so this is my whole list. It scrolls forever and ever and ever. When you get to the end, it looks like it's over. It keeps scrolling, okay? Just wait a second, it keeps scrolling. I'm just telling you because so many people are like, it only goes to M. It'll keep scrolling, okay? All right, here's my whole team. So you're gonna come in here and it's gonna be in rank mode like this. And while it's in this mode, you're just gonna go through and you're gonna give people a rating, 5 stars, 3 stars, you just click on it, right? As you go, you're just gonna bang through your list and give people a rating. This is super important, guys, because this is how Teamzy will know how to create your power hour list. How many of you guys have spent a lot of time planning your power hour? Like, who am I going to talk to? When am I going to do my power hour? With Teamzy, you never, ever have to plan your power hour. You will flip this thing on and be working within a minute, okay? So you never have to do it again. You just set this up one time. Now, let me explain why this is so important. First of all, let me explain what the stars mean. So the stars mean this. A 5-star person, this is someone most likely to become a customer or coach, or they're an existing customer or coach that's a total rock star on your team. Okay? Now, what these stars are going to do on your power hour is you're going to get a reminder to connect with somebody. It's not a reminder to follow up. That's separate. I'll explain that in a minute. It's just to connect. It's just, hey, girl, how's your day going? How are you? Okay? And I'm going to explain how to do that. It's just to connect. It's just to deepen that relationship. So the 5-star people, they're going to come up every single month. I just want you guys to know you're not going to have a ton of 5-star people. Okay? You're not going to have a ton of 5-star people. If you are incredibly well connected, you'll probably find you have a dozen or so people that land in the 5-star level. 4-star people, this is someone that's likely to become a customer or coach with a little bit of nurturing. okay? Or they're a solid performing customer coach on your team, okay? They're gonna show up every 60 days. Every 2 months, you're just gonna reach out and connect with them to stay in touch, keep your relationship developing, okay? A 3-star, this is somebody that you don't really know. They could go either way. In fact, every single person will start as a 3-star when they import, okay? And the vast majority of your list will be 3 stars, and that's okay, because you'll find that 90 days is the perfect amount of time to incubate those relationships. 2 stars are getting a little bit colder. You're gonna talk to them every 4 months. And then 1 stars, these are the people that you keep on your list, but you're not really reaching out to them much for whatever reason. You just kind of have them in storage. Make sense? So that's how the rankings work. Now, there is a principle at work here that's super important. And this is why we rank them, besides the fact that the software needs the ranks to work. This is the important principle. You guys ready? If you don't prioritize your relationships, you'll never be able to prioritize your time. If you don't first prioritize relationships, you'll never be able to prioritize time. Here's the truth. You should be spending the most time with the best people. I know, I'm sorry. This is capitalism. We are business owners. You should be spending the most time with the best people, the people most likely to move your business forward. Your best customers, your best coaches, your best prospects, your friends and family should be getting the lion's share of time. But what happens is, if you do not prioritize your relationships, what happens? The turkeys steal your time, right? And I know you guys have a better word for them than turkey. I'm just cleaning it up in case there's kids on the call. But they will steal your time. They will steal your time. The squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? Or gets the oil, depending on which coast you're on. I got both here, right? That should not be the way it is. How many of you guys, even maybe not in your Beachbody business, but maybe even just in your job, you've had like somebody that's super pissed right here, that's a jerk, and then you have somebody here who's like the best customer, like you just love them. And you've been put in a situation where you're like, this person is so cool, she'll be patient while I deal with this person. That's not right, right? But if the priority was set, it's like, I'm sorry, ma'am, I know you're really upset. I'll be right with you, but I need to take care of my first-class passenger over here first, right? Your best customer should get the first treatment. So you got to prioritize that, guys. It's so important. You want to be successful, spend the most time with the best people. You got to do it by prioritizing your people. Those of you guys who are intimidated because you got 2,000 Facebook friends or more and you're like, I don't want to do that. Here's what I always tell everybody. Get a nice big glass of wine, put on some smooth jazz, and just crank it through. There you go. See, she's already got it going. You're like my buddy tonight because not only did you have the wine, but you've been getting all the Zig Ziglar quotes. She got it figured out up there. Okay. So guys, prioritize your people. All right, let's get in here. Let's do the power hour. Sorry, I get excited about this stuff. So now everything's set up. It's all ready to go. Here's my dashboard. You can see everything we set up is here. My 15 prospects, that's my goal. Connect with 4 customers, connect with 1 coach, get 3 invites, get 3 ads. There's my goals all right there, bam, to do. Also, I'm gonna do my dailies. You know, did you do this stuff today? I did do all of it today. I get to mark all of that done. Okay, great. So now I'm going to do my up next. Who's up next? This tells me who to connect with. It's so easy. Next person on my list is Diane, right? So Diane's a real estate agent in Chicago, amazing lady from my old career. Okay, let's look her up. By the way, I use Facebook primarily to message. I don't know if you guys are Facebook freaks, but I love Facebook. I do most of my messaging in Facebook or text. However, you can do whatever method of communication you use, okay? So I've got Facebook open in a separate tab. There's Diane. I'm going to look her up. Here she is. Now we're going to send her a message because she was the first person on my list. Well, I'm going to move you guys because I can't see. Okay, there she is. Hold on. Come with me, computer. There we go. Okay, so here's a message. Hi, Diane, just popping by to say hello. How are you? Hope today is awesome for you. Okay, and then I added say hello to Hugo for me. That's her husband, and he's also a good friend of mine. Okay, so here's the thing I'm going to do. Just a simple message. Did I overthink it? No. Did I have to read her whole Facebook page to do it? No, I'm just trying to connect. So let me just copy that. Jump back to Teamzy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to log it. Select the type. That was a Facebook message, and I'm going to log the connect. Okay, so here's the thing. Notice that she's now gone off my list. Okay, and my next person's up. That's Michael McCutcheon. I'm going to pop over and I'm going to message him. But you have to be able to spell her name, which is obviously a challenge for me. Okay, here he is. Bam, chicka, wham, wham. Okay, great. Boom, now check this out. I'm going to paste the same message that I wrote to Diane. Obviously, I'm going to change the name. And I'm going to take out Hugo. But the same message is totally fine. Hi, Michael, just popping by, say hello. How are you? Hope today's awesome for you, bam. It's kind of a script that I use a lot, and I find it to be incredibly effective, to be honest with you. Okay, so look, I copied that. I'm going to pop back to Teamzy. I'm going to go to the next person. Now, here's the thing, guys. I've got to do this 15 times. Okay, log that one. Go to the next one. Next one is Matthew Sparrow. I'll do one more, then we'll move on to the next thing, because you don't need me to do it 15 times. There he is. 3 real estate people in a row. Go figure. Everyone I know is a real estate agent or a Beachbody coach. Change the name. Bam. All right, guys. You see where I'm going with this? It's super easy. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. I do this 15 times. I typically will see about a 50% response rate from this message, which is pretty awesome. In fact, it can get overwhelming when you have 10 conversations going after you've done your power hour, but that's a good thing. That's a good overwhelm. Now, so I'm going to log that real quick. Okay, so that's logged. You can see here, see how it says 3 done now, and it's starting to circle in. So when I get to 15, that'll turn solid, and I'll be done with my prospects. Okay? So you get that little dopamine hit, like, wow, I got something done. And this is what you're going to take a picture of for your success partner. So when I get 15 done, then I'm going to go to the next toggle, which is customers, and we're going to start working on that list. Now, here's the thing, guys. I just want to explain to you what we're doing with these connects. The goal here is to just connect and make someone's day. You got to get in the make someone's day mindset. I haven't copyrighted that yet, but I think I might. Make someone's day mindset. It's actually chapter 1 of a book I'm writing right now. Make someone's day mindset. That's what your goal is. You're going to send them a message that makes them smile. Make sure you tell them, I hope your day is going awesome. I'm thinking of you. How are you? Right? You're showing your care. That's it. Not, hey, would you like to buy Shakeology? Hey, I noticed you packed on some pounds, right? I can help. No, it's just, hey, how are you doing? You want to connect. Now, here's what happens. Best case scenario, they respond and you have a chance to have a conversation. In that conversation, your goal is to continue to make their day. How can I help this person? I want to listen for wants and needs, and I want to give some help. That help could come in the form of a Beachbody solution. It could just be they need a laugh, they need a smile, they need a prayer, they need a hug. Maybe they need a new dentist. Right? Who cares? Find a way to help them. That is your goal. Because every time you invest in a relationship, you build your business. Okay? Not everybody's going to be ready for an invite on the first connect. Now, if they don't respond, that's fine. What'll happen is you'll notice them liking your posts on Facebook or on Instagram because they're thinking about you. Or maybe they don't do that, but they just saw your message and they got a smile for a second and you were top of mind. That's fine, because when you come back again in a couple months, when they're on your list again, each time they'll get a little warmer. Does that make sense? That's what we're after with these connects. Now, I don't know what's going on here. If I have an internet issue, now there we go. Okay, so there's my customer list. Each one of these is a new list, okay? Now I'm gonna reach out to Cindy and see how Cindy's doing. The same way, okay? Now guys, this is really important. Okay, so my standard message to my customers is something like this. Hey Cindy, just reaching out to see if there's anything I can do to make your day today. Wow, are you surprised that that's my message? Just reaching out to see if there's anything I do to make your day today. Why is it so important to connect with your customers? I'll tell you why. Your customers will not stay your customers if they don't hear from you. They'll leave. Now, why are we a coach? Are we a coach to help people? Well, we can only help people if they continue to be working the program, right? So we got to stay in touch. From a business perspective, you want to keep people drinking their Shakeology. You want to keep them buying workout programs, help them stay engaged in their fitness journey. They need your support, okay? But guys, there's even a more important reason to stay in touch with customers, okay? What is it? It is we have one more day of the month. How many of you need to get a couple more Success Club points before the month closes? Okay, a couple people, great. I'm gonna give you the best source for a new lead that you can get a sale possibly tomorrow. You ready? The hottest source of a new lead. Nothing better than this. There's no Instagram class with Shalene you can take. There's nothing, that's good class by the way, but there's nothing you can do that is a hotter source than your current customer. Your current customer is the hottest source for new lead always, in Beachbody and in every business on the planet. The customer who's using your product and is excited about it. They're already selling it. They're already talking about it. They're in the kitchen at work making Shakeology while everybody's crushing a box of donuts, right? They got the little containers going. People are eating a cup of soup out of a vending machine with those noodles, you know, the noodles that don't digest in your body with the MSG, you know what I'm talking about. And your person has like steamed salmon, broccoli, they're pulling out their containers. People are like, what are you doing? You look amazing. Oh, I'm doing 21 day fix. It's amazing. It's my Shakeology. They're talking about it. So why are all those people not already on your team? So if you're not in touch with your customers on a regular basis, that's why. That's number one. The second thing is, guys, is you need to talk to your customers. Tell them how awesome they are. Tell them how much you love them. Tell them how much you want to help their friends and family the same way, and ask them to introduce you to their friends. Okay? Some of you are like, how the heck do I do that? All right, so I'm just going to give you a quick example. Nancy, you're in the middle of my screen. You are my guinea pig for this. Nancy, I just want to tell you how proud of you I am. I mean, you're doing amazing in the group. You're sticking to the program. You're getting great results. You're encouraging other people. You're active in the group. I just want you to know I really appreciate all you're doing, and I'm really proud of you. And I mean, thank you for choosing me to be your coach. I'm so excited to be part of this journey with you. And you know what, Nancy? I want you to know that I would love to help your friends and family the same way. Like anyone that is a friend of yours, I would love to help them too. And she's going to go, oh, Eric, that's so nice. Right? Great. So nice is great, but that doesn't let me help somebody. So now what I'm going to say is, Nancy, actually, can you actually think of anybody who could benefit from being in the next challenge group that starts on next Wednesday? Can you think of anybody? You can? Okay, awesome. Well, here's what I'd like you to do. If you don't mind, just get out your phone and introduce them to me. Just like a group chat, group text, group email, whatever's easiest for you. Just introduce them to me. I'll get them the information on the group. They can take it or leave it. Okay, that's how you duplicate your current clients, guys. Just go do it tomorrow. Don't worry. Don't be afraid. I mean, is your heart there to help them? You're trying to help somebody. It's not a big deal. They're going to be excited to hear from you. And when they introduce you to somebody, whether or not that somebody buys from you or signs up with you, doesn't matter. You just got a new relationship to build. You put them in your Teamzy, you stay in touch with them, you earn their trust. Over time, they become an advocate for you. Does that make sense? All right, sorry, I went off. That was a passion tangent, but it's so important. So many coaches ignore their customers. I can't even believe it. It's like a gold mine. All right, and then your coaches. You get done with all your customers, now you go to your coaches, you reach out to your coaches. Here's the thing, I won't hit this hard because I've been talking a long time already, and I know you guys want to know how the heck to follow up in here. It's called Teamzy for a reason. It's about building your team. Being on a Zoom call, being in a Facebook group is not enough to build a relationship with somebody. You need to be reaching out one-on-one to your coaches, okay? Especially when you become a hotshot. When you become a big, successful coach with a huge team, that's when your time means so much more to people. Sending them a message, wishing them a great day, asking how they're doing will make in a huge way. Not only will it make their day, they'll tell everyone on the team, guess what? Guess who reached out to me today? Oh my gosh, so amazing. Okay, team, it's called Teamzy. Keep building your team. So important. And coaches are like customers. They will quit when there's no communication from you. Okay. So prospects, customers, coaches, all these circles turn solid. Now we're going to work on our follow-ups. This is the magic. So far what we've been doing is spreading the love. Just spreading the love. That's what I call connecting. It's just spreading the love. I'm loving on prospects. I'm loving on customers. I'm loving on coaches. Now I'm following up. Guess what I'm doing now? Now I'm coaching. Following up is coaching. How many of you kind of think people are a little flaky? Yeah, people are totally flaky. Remember I said everyone's a quitter? It's true. Okay, so people are like, yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited, Nancy. I can't wait to do this. Thank you so much. This is going to be great. And Nancy's like, great, here's your links. And they're like, okay, yeah. Crickets. Hey, did you get those links? Crickets. Right? Why didn't they just buy? They were so excited. Here's the thing I want you guys, has that ever happened to somebody? Yeah, expect that to happen. Don't be upset by it. Expect it to happen. Here's the statistic you need to know. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and the 10th follow-up. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. How many of you guys follow up 10 times on an invite? A few studs. And you guys are probably the most successful people on the call, right? Why do the rest of you not follow up 10 times? Anyone? Right? Is it because you don't care? Or is it because you feel like you're nagging people? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to just teach you real quick how to do it so you're not nagging people. But here's what I want you guys to know. If I tell you statistically it takes 7 to 10 times for people to do it, and you really want to help people, you have to know your first duty as a coach is to follow up. The coaching doesn't start when they join your challenge group. The coaching starts when they're interested, because just even getting them to start is going to be a challenge. Does that make sense? So you need to know that. That's your heart. Now, I'm going to give you an example in Teamzy. We're going to go back. Okay. So I talked to Diane. We messaged Diane, said, hey, Diane, how's your day going, right? So let's assume Diane responded, oh my gosh, Eric, so great to hear from you. This is great. Let's talk, and we talk, and we get caught up. And she's like, hey, I totally want in on what you're doing. I've been watching what you're doing. Can I join your next group? Great. So we're talking. I'll get Diane on the phone, get her goals, find out what she wants to do, and then I'll invite her to my group. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. After I've had this conversation with her on Facebook, possibly on the phone, now I'm going to come back later and I'm going to look her up. I'm going to bring her back up, right? Because remember, she went back into my list. So I look her up. That brings me to her record. Now, if I go to activity feed right here, I can see our conversations. Now, one thing I could do if I wanted is I could click edit and I could paste that whole conversation string from Facebook Messenger into the record. Just put it in there if I want to. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to send her the actual invite now. So typically, let's say I'm on the phone with her. I'm going to say, okay, Diane, here's what I'm going to do. This is just the way I do it. You may do it with the Coach Mobile. You may do email, whatever. However you do it, this will apply to it. I send an email. So Diane, I'm going to send you an email right now. It's going to have all the info on the group, the info on the program we just talked about, and it's going to have the link for you to order your challenge pack. Okay? I'm going to send that to you via email right now, and I'll check in with you tomorrow, Diane, see if you have any questions. Okay? She's going to go, oh, great. That's great, Eric. Can't wait. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to log it. So let's say it's 21-day fix, right? And I'm going to do that's an email. And see this little button right here where it says invite? Is this connected invite? Just in case you didn't know what that means. I'm going to click that. Yes, it's an invite. And then what type of invite? It's a challenge group invite. Great. Boom. Now, it's ready to log that I'm inviting her to my challenge group for the 21-day fix. Now, what I want to do, though, is what time did I tell her? When did I tell her I'd follow up with her? Tomorrow. And right now it's on default, which means she's a 3. That's 90 days. That's not going to work. So I need to set the follow-up to tomorrow. See that? I could also do any of these increments or a custom date, but I'm setting it to tomorrow. Now, when I log this, it logs it as an invite, but it also created a follow-up for her. See, she's on my list. So now when I'm on the dashboard tomorrow and I'm doing prospects, customers, coaches, I get to follow-ups. There's Diane. She's on my list. Okay, I cannot forget to follow up with her because she's on my list. So when I'm done with these, I now need to go through my follow-up. So let me explain to you what I'm going to message to her on day 1 to set the tone so I can message her 10 times. You ready? Here's my message. I recommend you write it down and steal it for yourself because I have found that this simple message is super effective. This is what I'll send her. Hey, Diane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? That's it. Brilliant. See, I could sell that. Hey, Diane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Now, a couple things just happened to that first follow-up. So I'm going to put that follow-up in there. I'm going to go to here, right? I'm going to log it. That was Facebook. I'll log it as a Facebook message, and then I'm going to set my next follow-up for tomorrow again before I log it so that she stays on my list. I need her to stay on my follow-up list. Now, when I followed up with her, 2 things happened. 1, I told her I'd follow up tomorrow, and I did. So I put a deposit in the trust account. I did something most people don't do. I kept my word. Now, the words I used kind of escalated it a little bit because I told her it was a promise. You know, like I promised I would. She probably didn't even think anything of it. Most of the time they go, yeah, that'd be great. Right? But I told her, no, I promised I would and I did it. This was a promise. What I'm doing is I'm setting the tone. My follow-ups for you is a love action. I'm following up because I care, because I promised to help you. We talked about your goals. You asked, could I help you? And I promised I would. This is important. I know you're going to flake. I know this is hard for you to commit to. I know that you need my help. So I'm going to be there following up for you. Does that make sense? So guys, don't let them fall off the list. Next day, day 2, boom, next message. Hey, Dan, it's Eric. Did you get my email? What questions do you have? Set the follow-up for tomorrow. Log connect. Day 3. Hey, it's me just checking in. Want to see if we can get started this week. Set the follow-up for tomorrow. Log connect. Day 4. I always do 4 days in a row. Bam, 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 bam. And you know what? How many times do they answer me in those 4 days? Almost never. That's okay. Every day they're starting the day thinking of you. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I got to get off my butt. Oh yeah, I really want to change my life, but I don't really. Right? And then after some time, you can set it back 2 days. You can do it 2 days, and you can do 4 days. But just keep following up. If you get all the way to 10 and they never respond, okay, great. I'm just going to drop it to default, and I'll check in 90 days. Moving on. But here's the cool thing. They'll come back in 90 days. They never fall away. Those people that were interested and you followed up a bunch of times and then you let them sit for 90 days, they're so often ready when you come back. Okay? Now, what will most likely happen is around 4 or 5, you're going to get a response that says, thank you so much. You're amazing. You are amazing. Thank you for staying on top of me. I really appreciate your care. I really appreciate your attention. My life's been crazy. And then they'll give you the list of reasons why they haven't done anything yet. That's okay. The point is you are demonstrating your care. Does that make sense? Do not be afraid to follow up. You are not nagging people. Okay. And that's how you do it in Teams. You can't screw it up. Now, one thing I will tell you too, if you're using, anyone use telephone, talk to people? Not really, right? If they're friends, you might call them. But if you are following up with somebody on the telephone, here's the advice I will give you. Not just for follow-ups, just in general. Never ask somebody to call you back. Unless it's an emergency, somebody's bleeding or whatever. Never ask somebody to call you back. It's super annoying. How many of you like getting a voicemail that says, it's really important that you call me back? Anyone? Nobody likes that. Never ask them to call you back. If you really need to get a hold of somebody, when you leave them a message, you say something like, hey, Nancy, it's Eric, just checking in like I promised I would. I missed you. No big deal. Don't even worry about calling me back. I'll try you again tomorrow between 8 and 10. Tell them when you're going to try them again. That's all. Hey, I'll try you again tomorrow sometime in the afternoon between 3 and 4. Tell them when you're going to try them again, and then they'll answer the phone. After about 2 or 3 days, they'll answer the phone. Hi. That's how you do it. Don't inconvenience them by asking them to call you back. Okay, here's the thing, guys. You guys have powered through this. You're still here. What questions do you have for me? I'll stop talking. I see there's like 100 messages on the chat, so you guys are going to just have to ask me.
Hey, I have a question. I have my Teamzy account, Well, first of all, can I say this is amazing, Eric? Thank you so much. Oh, stop it, Hunter. I think that your app is incredible. I'm sorry, I have a puppy. And I have been using it, but then occasionally I'll be doing stuff where I'm not able to add them right at that time. So I had initially done a contact dump and added all my contacts. Can I do that again, and will it duplicate them, or will it just find the new ones and put it in?
You can do it again. It won't duplicate them. It'll just add the new people. Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw in the comments, but everybody wants all of your scripts because they're amazing. I was trying to write them down as fast as I could.
Some of them are in there already, but we're working on a project right now. They will all be in there soon. We're actually integrating the script. So right now, some of the scripts are on the promote page, but see, I'm telling you guys stuff I shouldn't even be telling you yet. We had a long meeting last night, but we're working on a project now to get the scripts integrated right into the Connect box. So when you're doing a Facebook message, you can click a button and boom, you can see all the Facebook message scripts. And if there's one you like, you just click it and it'll just copy it to your clipboard. You can paste it right in Facebook and just kind of customize it and hit send. So it's just going to make you super, super fast and efficient. So that's coming soon, probably the next, I don't know, how long will that take? Maybe a month and a half, 2 months maybe, to get that fully ramped. It's going to be awesome. So it's going to be, here's the thing I want you guys to know. Those of you guys who are using it already, you've started seeing this, but we don't want this to be like other apps. We want everything to be so freaking easy that you can't screw it up. So when we started doing scripts, it was we had this, first we had the tagging system, and then we had different categorizing systems. And then it was last night we were well, wouldn't Teamzy know what they're doing? If they're going to do a Facebook message and they hit scripts, why would we give them email scripts? Can't we just make it smart? And so the guys were yeah, I guess we would know they're on prospect lists. So we would show them Facebook messages for prospects only. Is that what you want? It's so cool, right? Isn't that going to be cool? So that's coming soon, if that helps. All right. But no, I don't have all the scripts there now, but at least you got the recording of this call for now.
I think you just made all of us super, super excited and happy, bouncing off the walls.
Good.
I have 2 questions actually. So the first is, are you saying that it's not just desktop based?
It's desktop based, but you can get it. It has a mobile web page, so when you grab it on your phone, it works like an app, just like Coach Mobile. So what?
Okay, I was just gonna say just like Coach Mobile. Okay.
Yeah, just like that. So you just go to Safari or Chrome, depending on your device, and go to Teamzy.com, and then when you log in, save that to your home screen.
Okay, and then my next question is, can you upload your Instagram contacts into this or no?
You absolutely can. The challenge is Instagram does not export your list for you. So you have to manually create.
What is that?
So Facebook will actually give you your list of names. Instagram won't. So what I always tell people is, if you have in your life a teenager lying around, it's a great job for them. They can create you a quick sheet of your Instagram people. So, but here's the thing, you will have to manually create a sheet to import it all at once. If you're to create a spreadsheet, you just want to make sure you've got the columns like this: first name, last name, Instagram handle, all separate columns. Then you save as .csv, it imports right in. So that's the best you can do. The same thing with Facebook page. Facebook won't give you that list. You have to create it yourself. But again, it's the kind of thing you do it once and then you keep up with and you're great.
Okay, so page 2. Okay. That's good information. All right, cool. Thank you.
Sure.
Sorry, I have a question. I had to leave the room so that I could ask it and not wake my husband up. I have been using Teamzy, and there's 2 things I have struggled with, and maybe you can help me. Kind of creating a hot list that will help with identifying people I need to be talking to quickly outside of the ranking at 5. So right. I try to use tags, but the thing is, when you're in the dashboard or you're in follow in the follow-up, you can't tag it. So then it's like I have to connect with them, then go find them again, and then tag them.
Yeah. So, okay. The good news is you'll be able to add tags on the dashboard, I believe this week.
Okay, cool.
So that build has already been checked in. I just don't think that they've deployed a build yet. Let me just check. No, it's not deployed yet. So, but so the good news, Emily, is that we've already figured out that you've got to be able to tag right there in the dashboard.
Perfect.
That's coming, and it's already been built. So it's just got to get deployed out with the next build. They have to figure out when they can do it so they don't make you guys get logged out or whatever. So that's coming right away. So that will help. Will that solve the problem? Probably.
Yeah, pretty much, because that had been my struggle. So I've been doing everything in Teamzy and tracking everything in there, but then I have like a paper list that I've been going off of so that I know it, just in case someone gets lost in a tag, because you have to constantly, like, you can't do it at the same time. So
yeah, so that's going to change. So you guys that are new or seeing this for the first time, you can put a tag on people, and the tags create a group. This is really cool. I'll give you a couple examples. There's a million ways you can use tags. I could do a whole hour on it, but let's say you have a challenge group coming up and you like to connect with everyone in challenge group every week. They're not going to come up on your dashboard every week, but if you tag everybody that they're the August challenge group, then you can just go click August challenge group and you get that list, and you can just bang through the list and message everybody. You could create tags for programs people about. Shakeology HD tags, 21-day fix tag. You can tag them for everything you want, and it just lets you sort your list totally different ways, which is super cool. Okay, what other questions do you guys have? I saw at least one person fall asleep.
Can we talk about the price? How much it costs?
Yeah, totally. So it's free for 30 days, and then after that, it's $29.99 a month. Okay, and that is priced at that price because it's less than the commission on one Shakeology HD sale. So the idea is you work this for 30 days, generate a whole bunch of momentum. One sale pays your subscription. Okay, think of it that way. Plus, you write it off your taxes as a business expense. There's also a discount when you really fall in love with Teamzy, which a lot of you guys will really love it. If you want to prepay for a year, you get a bigger discount.
Can you like try it for a couple months and then pay for a whole year from there on out? Or do you have to like, yeah.
Totally.
I will give it a rave review. For me personally, this has probably been the best tracking I've done. And I've done paper. I've tried Streak. I've tried Asana. I've tried everything. This saved me so much time with trying to identify who to talk to. And it helped with follow-ups. It has helped so much. And I've seen a huge jump in my Success Club points this month in particular. And this is only the second month I've been using it. And a lot of it is attributed to being able to know who I've been talking to and knowing where I'm going with them. And I have it all in one place. So
awesome. Thanks, Emily. The thing is this, guys, is if you are really connecting to people and you're reaching out to, I don't know, whatever your number is. Mine was 20 people a day. If it's 10 people a day, think about what that's going to do for your business. Everybody's not going to be interested to talk to you right now, but some of them are. And everybody's going to get a smile. You're going to make people's day, right? And you're just starting conversations. Some of those conversations are going to lead somewhere. I mean, Success Club 10 is only 5 people a month. There's no reason why you shouldn't be successful, consistently hitting that. Doing this 30
So I guess where I'm kind of trying to better understand this is sometimes it seems to me like we're waiting too long. It's like set up that we're waiting too long to follow up with people. Like, it sounds crazy to me to think that we wait like 4 months to follow up with someone. But I guess that all just depends on that rank that you give them. So it's really important to get clear on how you're going to rank them.
Well, here's the thing, Megan. You're going to talk to people, and you're going to be like, hey, how are you? And they're going to be like, fine.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, because that happened to me today. Like, I sent like 56 messages yesterday, and like people wrote me back like a 1-word freaking answer.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
those are the people that you're like, okay, let them like simmer on my page for a couple months and then reach back out.
So then they say they say, I'm good. And you say, great. Well, I'm so glad to hear that. I hope, the rest of your month is awesome. I mean, do you want to spend a lot of time with that person today? No. You drop them back on your list. They come up in 3 months, or their birthday comes up. Happy birthday. I hope you're having an awesome day filled with love and laughter. They're like, thanks. And then they come up and you're like, hey, how have you been? It's been a while since I checked in. And eventually they're just going to be like,
They'll start opening up more.
Yeah. I mean, who was it that just had the puppy crawling on them?
Okay. That makes more sense. Because honestly, that's someone that I would have never followed up with before, after. Okay.
Yes. So that's not really a follow-up. That's more you're just starting to build a relationship with that person. Now, when you have a conversation with that person and they're like, yeah, I want to talk more about this, or I'm interested in learning more, or, I do have some goals I want to discuss. Now I'm following up.
Okay.
Makes sense? Now that you've expressed an interest, we're having a conversation. Now I'm going to put you on my follow-up list because you have basically put your hand up and said, I need help. And that's my job. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, total sense. Okay.
And you're not chasing people that don't want to be chased right now. You're making contact, leaving them be. It's like, how many of you guys
reminding them that you exist?
You guys garden? Anyone? I want to garden. I'm just really not good at it. So I grow tomatoes, zucchini, and chili peppers because you really can't screw those things up. And every single day I go out with my kids and we look to see what's ready to pick. Right? This is like your list. Who's ready to pick? Oh, that one's green. We'll just give it a little bit of water and let it grow. Make sense? That's the way your people are too.
I do have a question. Do you have something out there where, or at least thinking about like merging contacts? So like you have somebody who's a prospect and they're from their contacts from Facebook, and then you upload them as a challenger or a coach, and getting those two people to kind of come together without having to copy and paste all of their information over so that you don't lose it.
Yeah, Emily, that's on our list for development is a merge tool. It's just that we've got other things that we want to do first. So for now, we've tried to make it so that the system duplicates very little. And then when you do get one, you're just going to have to delete the one you don't need. But it is easy to move people over, like promote them from prospect customer to coach. But she's talking about like later she uploaded them like with all their data. So yeah, you're going to have to do a little bit of that maintenance now. We do have merge tool on our list, but again, it's like, do you guys want us to get the scripts in for you first, the merge tool, right? So we're trying to get all the stuff that really makes your business sing first, and then we'll come back and get all the little things.
Yeah, I mean, that totally makes sense. I think it only comes into play when they become, if you utilize their like address or whatever, because that was kind of like what I was running into. But
I just paste it personally, right click paste, right click paste.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you guys, when you get those leads from Beachbody, and you haven't added anybody to your list today, it's exciting because you get that little circle filled in easy, right? You get those leads, you copy those in, and you get those that little circle that says ads. So for those of you like me who's addicted to getting all the like bells and whistles done each day, that really helps. Okay, any other questions, guys?
This is Jenny. I don't have a question. I have a comment. My husband's going to kill me because he's been building an access database for me to do exactly what you just already showed me. Just so you know, because I'm going to tell him to abandon the project now.
Is he a software developer?
Yeah. It's just kind of funny because he's sitting here. He's like, all right, what do you want in your forms? How do you want your reminders to come up? So he's like building it step by step for me. And it's just hilarious because this is perfect. Thank you.
Oh, sure. Well, stay in touch with us. We may need his help someday.
Okay, I definitely will.
Thank you.
He's coach too, so he has to be,
Thank you so
That's
much
awesome.
for doing the call. I really am just absolutely shocked at the content that we got. I was expecting like a wham bam. Here's how you run through it, but you gave really great content, and I appreciate it so much. I know it was a lot of help for the people on my team, and I could see from the faces of everybody else that it was spot on. You helped a lot.
My pleasure, you guys. I'm glad to be here. I'm excited for all of you guys. What you do really is important. It really matters. And once you get your mindset into what it takes to really build a business, and you can do it a little bit each day, it's just like your fitness.